The slide showed that we had, in reserves, we had a total of 30 months of reserves. And it shows now that we've bargained to bring this down to 6 months in the actives and 8 months in the retirees. But you took in a lot of information just now, and I want to focus on that one piece. That's like a savings account, okay? We had 30 months of reserves, meaning that if our costs stayed the same, that we would have been able, if the plan had no more contributions, to survive it for 30 months. That's really healthy. The actuaries and consultants told us having 6 and 8, that's safe. Going below that, not so much. So the costs are going up faster than the money's coming in. Now we got a problem. So there it is, 30 months in 2003, projected by the end of 2015, the cycle of our next contract at 6 and 8 months. To keep it there, we need a lot more money. So we spent, in all these prior contract cycles, we bought the benefits. We didn't dodge the healthcare crisis. You saw the United Auto Workers, you saw the steel workers, you saw these other unions getting into these major disputes over being able to fund health benefits. Okay? And we think, some of us might think, and I can understand why, well, maybe this industry's healthier, or maybe we've bargained more money, which we have, by the way. We've gotten, in almost every cycle, more than the Directors Guild or SAG or the Writers Guild or AFTRA. We've done better than they have. And our residuals have supplemented that. But they were at this point with no reserves 10, 12, 15 years ago when everybody was reading about it in the paper. So we didn't dodge the bullet. In fact, we paid for, with money that we had bargained earlier, our own money, we paid for our benefits in each contract cycle, and we paid down until we're at a point where we can't do it anymore. And the value, I believe, was $130 million. Is that right? Of the what we paid from the last contract out of our own $187 million. So that's $187 million we threw in to make the last deal that we can't spend again. And we're being told not to go below those numbers because then that jeopardizes the health of the plan. These numbers that you just saw that David referred to, those numbers don't include what we're going to get when we go bargain. And just so everybody's clear, we're going to be asking for money, lots of it. So if there are any reporters in the room, put that out in the paper because we need a lot of money to keep the plan alive. But I want everybody to understand that all these costs that are going up require money to come in, and they depend on the post-60s and supplemental markets, but they also depend on employer contributions, which have gone up steadily and will go up again. The question is, based on the kinds of changes that we have to make, and not being able to use our bank account anymore, because we spent our bank account to get to where we are today, what we're going to do. And that's really sort of the gist of what we're going to be facing in the next bargaining cycle. There were $233 million of benefit changes in the last cycle, okay? $233 million of what can be referred to as cuts in our benefits, okay? I'm not pulling any punches here. I made that deal, and I have to stand by that deal, and you guys ratified that deal, and that's painful. We look at those plans, there isn't $233 million, again, of that sort of money to pull out in benefits. We have to have a meaningful benefit plan that enough people qualify for it, that being in the union, being in this industry, has some meaning to it and has some benefit to it. And so that's a lot of money you can't spend twice. And so what we're going to be looking for is ways to make the plan as efficient as we can, creative ways in bargaining, including lots of money, and to try to get to a place where we have those meaningful benefits. But remember, when we walk in now, we walk into the bargaining session, we need $500 million, $500 million to keep it static, just like it is now, to make no changes before we talk about wages or benefit increases or pensions or 13th checks or meal penalties or anything else. To leave it the way it is today, we need $500 million.